One of the things that I do carry, and I've had this for about a year now, I use it all the time, is a Voyager radio by Kato. And one of the reasons that I like this radio, and I would probably carry this if I bugged out, is that this has not only weather bands but also shortwave bands. And as long as there was a reception, you know, if they were still broadcasting, I'd be able to pick it up, find out what's going on, find out all sorts of different information. As I said, it has a weather radio band. It'll pick up weather bands anywhere. It has weather, FM, AM, two shortwaves, the shortwave 1 and shortwave 2, and it has a power switch. It runs off a battery, then it also runs off of solar charge. Now, one of the neat things about this is that this battery is a this radio is a solar operated radio. If I leave this out for about 8 hours in direct sunlight, this will run for approximately, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. A little battery compartment down here. These are the NiCad batteries that are in there. They're rechargeable batteries. You can see I don't even keep regular batteries in there. One of the nice things about this radio is it's got some adapters. I can charge up a PDA, I can charge up cell phones, I can charge up all different kinds of equipment that's rechargeable. That's a nice little benefit. But you might ask, what if there isn't any sun? Well, if there's not any sun, what I can do is I can actually crank this, and you can see the little charging light is on, and a minute of charging on this will give me 20 minutes of radio. So just for short term, I can actually turn that, charge it up. Let's see if we can get anything out here. Now I probably have to charge it a little bit more. There we go.
Or water lines. The laborers
so you can see that was dead.
Complete your job on time and within budget.
That was dead, and I charged it up just a few turns, long enough to probably last for 5 minutes. Good little radio. I think it cost about $50 or $60, but to me, this radio is worth it. And again, solar powered, has two different kinds of lights on it that I can use. There's another little light right here that I can use. Let's see if that'll light up. Red LED for nighttime, white LED for if I need to see, and then on the back, I don't know if this will light up here, there's that little reading lamp, and that gives off quite a bit of light in the dark. So it's a good self-contained radio. This would be in my permanent bug out bag. One of the other things that I mentioned is my Katadyn filter, and I wanted to show that to you. This one has not been used. We've used our other one. This is the one we've put away only for the bug out. This is in a hard case, and let's see if I can turn this off of here. This end turns off. You can get right to your ceramic filter. Okay, just plug it back in, so it's very easy to clean, to get the grime out of. It has two adapters on it. The hose nozzle's on back end, the hose nozzle on the top end. And all you do is attach your inlet and your outlet hose and pump. It's that easy. I have all the hoses. I have some lubricating along with an extra gasket. I have an instruction manual in here. Now, one other thing I want to talk to you about is the process of bugging out, period. I've heard a lot of debates out on the forums and from different people I've spoken to about when do you bug out and do you bug out. I'm not a believer in bugging out. I'm a believer in bugging in. We live on a very, very large, nice piece of property. We have access to over, I guess, 300 or 400 acres right around us. They're owned by friends, and we have permanent access to those and permission to be on them. So we have everything that we need right here to stay. In an emergency situation, there's no reason for me to leave my land. If I had to leave, I'm minimized in what I can actually take with me. For example, I can't take food, but preparedness training teaches us to store up food. So if you've got food stored up, you want to stay as long as you can to be able to use that food. Another problem with bugging out, and some people have noticed the redundancy of my kit. I was talking to a friend just today who said, man, you carry way too many knives. Well, again, I have a large family. My family is well trained in what to carry, but they generally carry 2 knives. What if one of them loses a knife? Well, then they have 1 knife, and now Dad has to replace for them. So remember, I'm not going out just by myself. I'm going out with an entire group of people, and there may be other people that join with us. There'll be communities once you're out there in the bush. So you've got to plan for those kind of things. It's not a 3-day camping trip or a 5-day or 2-week camping trip where you can come back, clean up your equipment that's been damaged, go buy a new knife if you lost your knife. You have to prepare for permanent situation, and that's what I'm talking about when I say bug out. And while we're at it, you know, it's a good idea to keep a couple of extra pieces of spare equipment. Number 1, you may run across somebody that's not prepared and need to help them. Now, I know some people say, well, I'm not going to help anybody. If they're not prepared, that's their tough luck. That's not the kind of person I am. If I saw you, the viewer out there, and you said, dude, I don't have a knife. My knife got lost. My knife got broken. I would give you a knife if you needed a knife. That's the kind of person that I am. But another thing is, perhaps you're in need of something out in the bush. Remember, in a bug out permanent situation, it's basically going to be because of something that's severe, and we're going to need to replenish supplies. Have you thought about bartering? What if I need to barter? I've got some nice equipment that I could barter if I've got extra in my kit. So just a few thoughts on bugging out. Again, I'm not going to bug out if I don't need to. I'm going to stay put. I'm going to maintain. We live survival and preparedness 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's just the lifestyle that we live. I'm not saying everybody has to live that, but we understand how to live out there because we live it every single day. I hope this video has helped you a little bit understand, clear up a few misconceptions, and if there's anything else you need to ask, please feel free to message me, to comment on the videos. I'd be more than happy to help you out. This is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire. Hope you have a great day. Join us again for another video soon.